Hello, collective. I hope you're all doing well and fabulous today. Can't talk as usual. So today's reading is going to be the Daily Collective. It is for everybody. Take what resonates for you, leave the rest behind. Some messages may not be for you, some might be. So, take what resonates. Let's see, today is August 18th. Thursday, August 18th. So this reading is going to be for today. So if you've not hit that like, subscribe button, if you like the video today, please hit the like button. It helps. And then subscribe. If you can get more messages that way, you'll know every time a video is uploaded. That way we're keeping you in the loop, right? All right, guys. So pulled some cards already. And the first couple of things is I feel like somebody is, achieving something. You're coming into a sense of reward. All of the hard work and dedication that you've put into the past has really begun to pay off for you. For some of you, this could be a job promotion. This could be something else coming in, but it's like, I finally have hit my mark. I'm finally reaching that point of success, right? So then you got hope in the grove. So for some of you, I feel like, you really had to find a lot of faith to put into what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And grove is very much about working on ourselves, our internal selves, nourishing, replenishing, taking care of ourselves. And I feel like for some of you, excuse me, on the bottom, we'll start here. You were fulfilling your space or your energy with an outside source, and you've got lust at the bottom and behind that fulfillment. So this is the overall energy of what I'm giving you guys right now. So to me, this is very much another person in your realm. And you may have been diving into some energy outside of yourself where you were giving that energy away. To me, with this card falling underneath, it says to me that you have recognized something about you that is teaching you not to do that anymore. So you may be reviewing old patterns and cycles, like you've moved on, you've elevated in some space, and you're choosing not to repeat cycles. So with this, it's like you may have invested some time and energy into somebody else or something else that was fulfilling some sort of desire for a temporary situation. But, excuse me, goodness. But then when you take a moment of reprieve, you're coming to an understanding of something that you may not have seen before, going, you know what, I am okay within myself, right? This cat, cats are extremely intuitive creatures. He's sitting by himself. He's focused on himself. He's just taking in the world around him. He's not letting outside distractions interfere with the energy that's going on internally. And I very much like that about the cat. So this could very well be you, right? Or somebody that you're dealing with. All right, guys, let's get some messages here for you outside of the overall. All right, spirit guides, great angels. Whew. Let's see, too many cards. But I'm gonna take them. Even though there's one too many, I'm gonna take these guys for whatever reason. So we've got, and I just said that grove is about rest and rejuvenation, right? What pops out? Rest and rejuvenation. You may be dealing with somebody else. There it is again. So again, in the past, I feel like you've taken some time to heal, to come to a deeper understanding. And through this, you stepped into this energy, which, our lusting and stuff like that tends to come from our sacral chakra and our solar plexus, right? Like our ego, our greed, our emotions, things like that, our desires. So I feel like maybe this was just a time for you to feel things out, to get an understanding, to become coming into a space of connection with another person. So it may have been a while since you had been around somebody, but this could also be just a desire to move forward and have, it feels more of a companion type energy than it feels like a love kind of energy. But to me, this is also shifting. And when I look at the Grove card again, it to me is very much about the inner self, right? So with the world and the door to value here, again, you're investing back into yourself, you're understanding, because stability, the heart chakra, yeah, okay. The bottom of the deck, all tied up, right? So this coming out of this period of the rest and rejuvenation initially. So it's like you were in this space of needing to heal, of needing to find this balance within you. And maybe for some of you, it became a lonely space to be in, which it can be. When we're in ourselves, we're by ourselves, not necessarily. We may have love and support around us, but we need to take the time for our own self in that. And it's like, okay, what if I had somebody to share these things with, which is fine. But I think that this may have been the universe coming in and asking you, have you learned something? Because where this may have started off, and I think it was yesterday's daily, you were getting a different perspective, right? Understanding a different perspective of maybe somebody around you. And this is sending you into this space of, and I'm going to call it evolutionary, because I feel like you've not necessarily been there before, where you're discovering parts of yourself, you're seeing cycles of yourself, maybe the way you handle your relationships in the past, that it's like, there's more out there. There's more to self-discovery, and I'm even getting self-discovery with the world. It's not just about anybody else. It's about you discovering new things within you, and in that you're finding the value, you're finding abundance, you're finding prosperity that lives within you, that you do not need to seek that out from another person. And that's really beautiful energy. But I feel like the underlying to this is, does this person do the things for you that you need them to do? And that includes stability and being grounded and secure and safe. And are they speaking to your soul? And that may be where this all tied up is coming in, is like, do they offer me these things that are the most important to me? Because we can have great sex, right? We can have great fun. We can do all these things that fulfill a need of instant gratification in a moment, but is there substance to what is transpiring around you? Is there substance to the energy around you? Because to me, it feels very disconnected. That when it comes to matters of the heart, when it comes to the matters of security, these things are not so much a staple in what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And I think at that point, that's where the all tied up is. It's not that you don't like them, it's not that you don't care, because you do, but it's also understanding that they're taking, that 5 to me is like them taking something from you. Maybe some sort of energy that you're not having time to invest that back into yourself where you need to, or you feel the desire or the need to put that energy into you. So take heed of that, and don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty for saying, these are my boundaries, this is where I'm at, and this is what I need for myself. Because if they have a genuine care for you, they're going to respect those boundaries and respect where you're coming from. And you may be triggering them as well. That it may be something that they've not scratched the surface of for themselves either. So maybe this is a safe, in a way, a safe space for both parties to do some healing. Okay, so Spirit, so we've got the 4 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles on the split. To me, it's like, yeah, we're trying to work together. I think both sides have a mutual desire, but again, there's got to be substance to that mutual desire. Like, how do you get there? Are your perspectives different on what that mutual desire, or how to reach that mutual desire anyhow? So this rest and rejuvenation. Rest and rejuvenation. Yeah, to me, this rest and rejuvenation was very much about you taking back your power, taking back control of your own life, where you had to retract the heart space. Even though I've got the Page of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the Queen of Wands here. To me, in this particular deck, the Page of Wands seems to be reserving. He seems to be kind of holding back his cup, teetering whether or not he wants to give his cup away. The 5 of Swords here, it's standing, to me, with the cards around it, doesn't feel so heavy, like it's deceit and all that stuff, to where to me it feels more like I'm standing up for myself, like I'm leaving the past behind, I'm leaving the pain behind, I'm leaving the hurt behind, because you're turning into the Queen of Wands, right? You're having compassion, you're having passion for your own inner desires, your own inner needs. So to me, it's like, I'm going to take these things back. I'm going to take back the things that I gave away for so long, as it sits there with the Rest and Rejuvenation card going, I can build my own empire. I can do my own thing. I can fill those spaces with me. Like, you're finding some kind of stable ground within you for the first time, maybe ever. And it's really very much a life lesson. that you're coming to discover through this Queen of Wands energy. And I like her. Like, this particular one, she doesn't seem real cold or anything. She just seems very like at ease is how she's coming across to me today. She's at ease with what she's doing, and she knows what keeps her fire burning, right? So moving forward into caring connections, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Swords. Swordsy energy. Swords, swords, swords. All right. So with one more card, Spirit. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like there's a really good chance. Page of Swords underneath. There's a really good chance. You know, having those desires. Again, you may have had this mutual understanding of what your Four of Wands could be and how to work together with somebody. But I feel like with this particular person or this particular energy that's around you, you're realizing that the 10 of Pentacles, it's almost like it cannot be achieved, because it's like someone is really examining, looking at this from an intellectual standpoint, going, I'm not waiting this time around. Like, I've seen these habits, I've seen these traits, I've seen these behaviors in the past. I'm not waiting around for somebody else to get their shit together anymore. Like, I'm hearing I wasted enough of my life, and I'm hearing the number 33. So you may have been 33 when you had some serious awakenings and some serious understandings. This person may be 33, and you're feeling like I'm going to say they're not quite mature enough yet, is how I would describe it, with the Page of Swords underneath. Like, the ability to communicate almost seems withdrawn to me, of how they're communicating, or their lack of communication, or it just strikes me as immature energy. So for the World, the Moon, Page of Wands. I'm hearing that there's more to be offered. There's more to be offered out there to you. Like, there's more beyond the illusions of the moon. There's more beyond the world. And most often with this World card, I see it as like almost kind of like moon energy, because you can't see everything, right? You can see the one side and not the other, the light and the dark. And to me, with this Moon card coming out in the deck, and then the the Page of Wands and the King of Cups, it's like, you know that there's more out there. I feel like you're seeking out, or maybe even manifesting to some degree, you know, a King of Wands or a King of Cups, someone who's going to be more emotionally fulfilling, somebody who's going to fill that cup. Your desire is to fill your cup with that emotional energy, that stability, where I feel like you think that this situation is lacking. And yeah, so this person that you're dealing with, I think they know a conversation is coming. You got Judgment underneath, the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Swords. And they may be feeling some type of anxiety attached to that, going, you know, what's going on? Trying to play it off. I just happened to drop the deck and the Strength card popped out. Like, trying to stand firm maybe in how they see things. You may be dealing with a very stubborn energy. And it's like, I'm hearing I can't be tamed. And so if you're dealing with a stubborn type energy, they are who they are, right? Like, you don't have no control, or you have no control over how they are coming forward, or how they're going to allow, how they respond to you, right? So you have no control over that aspect. And if there's, you know, having these sleepless nights, and they're worrying about it, and they may feel like, to me, this is very, very much their energy. Like, they may have been wronged in the past too, and I said a little bit ago, they may be feeling a little triggered by you as well. So there may just be unhealed parts of them. They may not have taken so much of a spiritual journey to dive into those feelings of what they need to do. So, you know, you may just be on different wavelengths, which it happens, you know. Some souls elevate a little faster than others. Some, you know, 10 lifetimes over, they still don't understand what they need to do for themselves. So let's see, the Door of Value. The Chariot. So we got some Cancer energy there. The Moon. Oops, sorry, we got two there. Page of Swords. Ace of Swords. The King of Swords underneath. So you got the King and the Queen of Swords. This may turn into an argument, just saying. So be careful of how you're communicating. Don't be you know, the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, they're a divine pairing. But at the same time, the energy that I'm getting with this is very cold and cutting, very, very brash. And I feel like maybe both sides are being triggered here, going, well, this is how I stand my ground, and this is the way that I'm going to do it. And the other side saying, well, this is the way I do it, and this is the way I see it. And I feel like through this communication, there is clarity coming in, but it may be some painful clarity, some painful truths. And I don't have any broken hearts laying here on the table, or even the Three of Swords or anything like that. But at the same time, like, the communication comes off cold and detached to me, and that can cause hurt feelings. So I would be cautious with how you're driving that home. Do it in a compassionate manner, and just, address it how you need to address it. So that, you obviously, I say don't save feelings, just say what you mean, but there's also a way that you can do it through communicating that is not going to appear to be heartless. So communicate in an effective way, because I do feel like both sides can have the tendency to kind of step into that immaturity of, name calling or making snide remarks. And I think that came out the other day. It all just continues to linger forward, right? But some of you may be leaving to detach yourself from this situation as well, because you're getting a better understanding of what works, what doesn't work, what your value to this is. And I think both sides think that they carry a lot and bring a lot to the table. And I think that both do in their own way, but it's really a matter of how does it come together at the end of the day, right? How does it work together? How does it prosper together? So let's get a little bit of advice for you guys. And use the Oracle of the Seven, Energy Oracle. I always get these two backwards, honest to goodness. Yeah, quieting the mind and body and soul, 5-5. So there's some changes to this situation may be coming, guys. And I'm going to say let it take its course. Again, repeat. I feel like I just repeat myself sometimes. Yeah, body and soul, like what you're desiring. Yeah, into me, I see quieting the mind. Oh my. It's like needing to understand, what it is that you need. And it's right now, it's to nourish your body and soul. You may be trying to pick up healthier habits, maybe trying to do things different, trying to connect with spirit, meditating, making time for yourself. Let those things occur. You have to fill your own cup. Again, yesterday's reading. You have to fill your own cup before you can fill somebody else's, because if you're pouring from an empty cup, they're getting nothing in return either. So everybody's just depleted at that point. So let it happen as it needs to. The Rose's Kiss. It's got thorns on it and a merry motive. And one more, Spirit, please. One more card for the collective. One more card. Okay. It is what it is. All right, so the Rose's Kiss. To me, roses are beautiful. They're nice, they smell good, they're appealing, but they also come with thorns. They'll jag the shit out of you. And that, again, reminds me of that Queen of Swords and the King of Swords energy where, to me, it's like you're guarding. You're guarding yourself, you're guarding your space, you're guarding your own self. My nose is itching. Someone's probably talking about you. It's crazy. So to me, this is telling, it's okay to be delicate. It's okay to protect yourself, but do that in a delicate way. Again, like I was saying about the aspects of communication, like you can be straight, you can be to the point, but doing it from a loving space is going to reap more rewards than triggers. Like you can trigger a person, but do it in a loving way so that they're seeing it from a compassionate sense. A merry motive. Oh gosh. There's a card in this deck called Smoke and Mirrors, and that's honestly kind of what I'm getting with this particular card. I'm hearing the words, they're all the same. They're all the same. So someone may be comparing you to other people. You may be comparing somebody else to another person in the past, and it's like, well, they're all the same. Like, is there anybody out there that's not like them? And there is. And time machine, give it time. Give it time. Whatever you're working towards, whatever it is that you're manifesting, it's going to take time. Divine timing is at play. You know, time machines usually take us back. You may be taken back to a time where, again, you're seeing repetitive patterns, but also understand that moving forward is going to require divine timing as well, and giving it the space to be what it is at this time, right? Allowing it to be, because I feel like in this, you are calling in, the power of purpose and the sacred reverence. You're calling in the connectivity. You're taking in a lot of things in around you that are for you. They're meant for you. And sometimes when we have outside distractions, we can't take those things in. And the power of purpose, there's a reason. There's a reason that this situation has come up. There's a reason, you know, and this doesn't have to be love. This can be friendship. This can be family matters. This can be various things. But whatever the end game is here, it's like, or what the end desire to things are, they just may not be coming to fruition the way that you anticipated or the way that you hoped. And I feel like your sense of direction is taking you elsewhere. But there's a reason that this has come to be. And I say it every day, I think, trust the process, but trust what is occurring, because it's going to help you stand in your power. It's teaching you something. You're hitting the mark. It's like bullseye. And I feel like through this, you may be having some moments of epiphanies coming through that is guiding you to open the heart space more. So then when you let go and you release and you surrender to the divine or whatever it is that you do put your faith into, it gives you the room to make movement that you didn't get to have before, because you're learning differently, right? So I don't think that this is a bad reading at all. I think that it's good because you're learning. You're learning, and I feel that, where I felt yesterday, some people were going to be sitting in some stagnant choices and things like that. Today, this energy tells me that there are some of you out there who are, you may have felt stagnant, you may feel tied up right now, but you're having a realization behind this that is moving you into a forward space that's going to help you heal the mind, body, and soul. And that's what we're here to do, is to heal the mind, body, and soul, and to get it right. Or I don't say get it right, there is no right or wrong really, but make it right for you. Make it sit with your soul's purpose, right? So all right, guys, that is gonna do it. We're at 22 minutes already. These are getting longer every day, I swear. So hopefully today I'll get some other stuff out. I was hoping yesterday, which it was Wednesday. So if this reading resonated, please hit the like button, hit subscribe. You're gonna get our notifications every time a video is posted. Personal readings are available right now on a limited basis. I encourage you to check out the About section of the page, and you'll find my email address there and how to reach out to me in regards to that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday, one more daily for the week, and then get some signs out, and then this girl's taking a reprieve for a few days. So I'm sending you guys all my love. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.